I think it's time people get to know how I started my content creation YouTuber career or video editor career. Both of them will make sense much later. It all started in February 2017. I was quite young, so I was watching videos of someone making origami flowers. I decided that I want to make a tutorial as well on how to make one, so I just made a little video. I don't know if I still have it. So I made a few of those videos. I didn't really think much about it because I was just a child. I was just making them to see if anyone needs them. Around the same time I was watching Minecraft videos, so I decided to make my own as well, which weren't even that good. They were just basic. And I was recording myself playing on the tablet instead of recording on the tablet because it wasn't capable of doing that, so I was just, So I was posting those videos, but I don't think anyone would watch them, but it was out there. Not long after, vlogging became a thing in Romania, and I was a huge fan of that. Like, I genuinely thought it was such a cool thing. And it was an introduction for me to content creation in general. That was when I first discovered the idea of a video editing software. Well, not software because I didn't have any PC at that time. It was an app, and I was just basically recreating what bigger YouTubers were doing with my friends sometimes alone, and I was editing that in Viva Video. At the same time I was still making tutorials, except that this time I was making tutorials on how to get Minecraft Pocket Edition on mobile, and I was making tutorials on how to get certain, like for example, how to get unlimited money in Talking Tom. Maybe you've seen my video, but it was specifically for Romanians, so I don't know if you were between them, maybe. It had lots of views actually, it had 10k views. I'm surprised, that was my first video that got that many views. I kept doing these vlogging videos. At some point I think I started improving my editing skills. At some point I did get a laptop as well, so I was editing in Filmora and Power Director. I later switched to Sony Vegas Pro 13 I think, or 14, I don't remember, it was a long time ago. So like I said, I was doing vlogging, but then I discovered gaming videos and I kind of wanted to make those as well. So I made a separate channel and I tried to post gaming content on that one. It didn't really go that well, so I went back to my main channel, which I still have, and I thought maybe I should post them here. But it wasn't really what I wanted. My channel has grown to 400 subscribers in 2019, and then because I had to move, I kind of gave up on making videos at that time. I was on and off with YouTube for a very long time because I wasn't sure what kind of content I want to make, and I also didn't know much about making content, so I was like a beginner while also posting a bunch of videos that didn't make any sense. And then I really questioned what kind of content I want to do. So for a while, like 1 year, I kind of dropped YouTube again. I did drop it before, and that's when I discovered AMVs. No way. I discovered anime music videos. I was like, okay, I want to do this as well. They seem cool. And it wasn't even the AMVs that we know nowadays. It was like a montage. It was background music, of course, and there was like a bunch of scenes, but like really put together. I didn't really understand how to do that, but I still tried. So then that's how my AMV editing career started. And that's the thing that triggered my passion for video editing in general. Fast forward to like 2 years, I started making videos of myself and my friends, which was quite fun. I learned more about video editing in general, but I was still making AMVs on the side because that was the most interesting part of video editing at that time for me. I was actually improving quite fast with my AMVs, even though I did have a stagnation point where I didn't really improve much. I was still in college, so I had to decide what I actually want to do in the future. Because I was already interested in video editing, I took media production to do and get a degree in. I guess it was a good course because I really learned a lot about filming. I learned about radio and television, I guess. It was alright, but it wasn't what I actually needed. I thought it would be like an advanced video editing course, but it wasn't. So then I had to really decide, do I keep going on media production on the next course, or should I take business? So I was like, maybe I should take business because I can have both of them. I can do something with both of them. Then I realized I can start making money out of my video editing skills. So then that's when things got more serious with video editing. I kind of dropped AMVs because technically speaking it's not video editing that you have to do. So I had to drop it and I had to focus more on making the actual videos, like long form, maybe short sometimes. At first I was editing my videos, of course. I didn't really have any clients and I didn't have a good portfolio, so like I had to build it in some way or another. So I just made a few videos. I tried to build my own channel as well. Then I had to move again, and this time I didn't have anything to edit on. I refused to edit on my phone because I just hate the watermark. So for another year I couldn't make any videos. And then I finally got a PC and I started making videos of me and my friends. At that time I was making Genshin content. It might be surprising to you that I was playing Genshin, or maybe it's not that surprising because I'm crossless and I'm unemployed. And yeah, that's what the average Genshin player is. Anyways, so I thought maybe I'll just keep on making Genshin content, maybe I'll get somewhere with it. But then the more years passed and the more I improved my skills, I realized that I don't want to stick to a game that could die anytime soon, so I wanted to do something else. For example, Minecraft. Minecraft could go on for years. I also wanted to make content around Souls games, but I'm not sure how to do that because I keep quitting and quitting and quitting and waiting for months for my motivation to come back for me to play again the game, and I cannot keep being consistent because of that. So yeah, scratch the Souls games channel. We'll just keep to Minecraft for now. I chose Minecraft because it made sense. It was the one game that I could play like tons of mods with and not actually get bored of it, and actually be able to be consistent. So that's the plan for now. Maybe just keep on making Minecraft videos. I also have a few more other channels on which I want to upload educational videos. I'm not sure yet how far I see myself with that, but I want to give it a try. And there's another channel on which I wanted to post about ADHD and PCOS. Mostly PCOS because ADHD is a neurodevelopmental issue, and on the ADHD part I don't know how much I want to do it because I don't want to sound like I know it all and say things that, like, I don't want to say, oh, you do this so you have ADHD, so I don't want to do that. Making videos about how I lived with ADHD and how I still live with it, especially without medication. And I want to spread awareness about it because maybe someone can relate, especially if you have PCOS and ADHD all together if you're a woman. It's like actual torture and people don't get this. So that's what I want to do with that channel as well. I kind of wanted to get into streaming again. I'm not sure if I'm fit for that because I don't know if I have charisma. I don't know if I'm fit for being a streamer. My Twitch channel is not going to just grow organically, so I have to make videos, of course. I haven't mentioned how I actually got to update my portfolio. In 2024, I got employed for the first time to Mujin. If you don't know Mujin, he's the guy who makes like long videos about news and stuff. I got to work for him for about like 6 months, 7, oh my god, I'm so sorry. So I edited for him for quite a long time. It was quite great. He was a nice person. If you see this, thank you for giving me the opportunity to edit for you. This has helped me to get the next job, which I currently have. Well, it was more like gigs. I didn't really get to work for someone like a YouTuber or like full-time and stuff. It was a temporary gig, so I did that. And then I finally applied for Toronto's team. I got accepted somehow. I don't know how. My skills aren't even that great, but I appreciate you guys for getting me in your team. I actually get to improve my skills. This is a great way for me to get constructive criticism and feedback, and I really need that because, well, obviously friends are not going to give me criticism on my videos if they don't really have much experience with them. This was my career journey, I guess. I don't know what else to say about it. I guess it was quite short, but not really. There's a whole history back then with my channels and stuff, but I don't remember now, so if I do remember, it will just be gone. That's how I got into video editing, into content creation, and thank you for listening if you listened this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that I can make it big, please. Goodbye!